Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you guys are good because me, I'm doing amazing. My name is IJ, and if you're just seeing my face for the first time, I'm a content creator and I'm based in Canada. And today I'm going to be telling you things I like versus things I do not like about Canada. I know nobody asked for this video, like nobody asked for it literally, but imagine if content creators only created videos that people asked for. Won't social media be a very boring place for you? So in this video, I'm just going to be telling you things I like versus things I do not like I've already said. But this is not to bash any country. I'm not here to like criticize Canada or Nigeria or any place like that. I'm just telling you my opinion, my unfiltered opinion. So take it, of course, with a pinch of salt and understand that I'm here to give you information that you might not be able to like get unless you are living in Canada by yourself. So you might find it useful or not. But anyway, I'm just here to give it to you either way. And I'm still fairly new to Canada, so I know that some of the things I'm about to tell you will probably change in the future as I stay longer or as I get more experience in Canada, or as I just like generally see more things. But this is just my opinion at the moment. Like, I've been in Canada for about 4 months now, or 3.5 months, so this is still probably a bit too soon, but yeah, I'm here to give it to you. I wish I had done a video initially when I came, like that first month, just to tell you my first impression, and then 6 months or 1 year later I'll just give you another video. But I'm here now to tell you my unfiltered thoughts about things I like versus things I do not like. So the first thing, moving on, like let's get straight into things I like. I really like that there is a peace of mind in this country. If you're living in Canada, there is so much peace of mind. It is so peaceful. I like how peaceful it is. It is just so easy to live a simple, easy life, especially if you're somebody that likes minding your business. You're just going to find this place really nice, because this place, people here mind their business. Everywhere is peaceful. If you don't find trouble will not find you, that kind of thing. And I really like that. That is for me. And I like that if you're minding your business, you're living your life, you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, you'll be the model citizen here. You're going to just like live a normal life here, and I like that about this place. Yeah, there's just peace of mind here, and I think part of the reason why there's peace of mind is because of the environment. Environment is another thing I really like, but this place is really beautiful. Canada as a country is a very beautiful country. Like my area, my town, I don't know if it's this town, but it's just very quiet, just very peaceful and beautiful. There's a way you have peace of mind when you live here, because the environment is just gorgeous, and it's easy to have peace of mind when you're living in a beautiful environment. Like, there's just flower, there's greenery, there's like beautiful lakes. Like, it is so nice, and I don't know if that is part of the reason why I feel so much peace of mind here. Not to say that I do not have peace of mind in Nigeria. Please do not misquote me. I had peace of mind in Nigeria. I didn't have a hard life. I actually really like my life, and I was sad to live it. But I'm just trying to say that there's so much peace of mind here, and it's easy to like live a quiet, peaceful life. Like, peace of mind here, it also has to do with the environment, and I really like the way the environment is, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's just something you need to experience to understand. Like, the environment here, I have to give it like 10 out of 10. It is just a gorgeous city. It's just a gorgeous country, and I really appreciate being able to be here. And moving on, the next thing I really like is the environment. I already talked a bit about it, but environment is really beautiful. This place, they really do a lot to maintain their environment. There is so much emphasis about cleaning the environment, and taking care of the city and the town. Like, they put so much effort. Like, you're walking on the road, everywhere is so clean, so neat. Once the lines on the road are fading, they repaint it. There's actual intentions to plant flower. They're intentionally planting flowers, cutting down grasses, like mowing their lawns. You see so many things, and I'm not saying that people that live in Nigeria don't do all these things. I'm just saying that here it is much more intentional. Like, even if you live in the cleanest city in Nigeria, or you're living in a very clean area, most times you come out of that area, you still see some kind of dirt by the side of the road. But here it is not such. Like, I have not even seen anything like that. It's so easy to like this place because of how nice looking it is. And most of the time when I'm going on a walk with my husband, or we're driving by an area, so I'll just be looking at, oh, look at that like lake, look at that greenery, look at that flower. Like, just a few days ago, I saw a flower right in front of my house, and I plucked it because it was so beautiful. I plucked it and I kept it in my kitchen with a bowl of water, a vase of water, for a while before it died. But yeah, it's just so easy to find beautiful things here, and I am a fan. I am really a fan. So another thing that I really like about this place is the easy access to things. Like, it is just so easy to buy almost anything. You can walk into any shop that you are seeing, and you can buy almost anything there. Like, I really like how, you know, you can buy any brand, any quality of thing you want to buy is so easily accessible. Like, you can enter any shop, any size of clothes you want to buy, any material. Like, it is just easy to buy things, and it is easily accessible to buy things here. And you don't even need to leave your house. Most of the time, they will even find you and come to your house. If you order online, within a few days it's delivered. Anything you want, order online, go to shops. You can even stay in your house, order foodstuffs, you can be easily brought to your door. You can go to a shop, whatever fruits that you want to eat. Like, the food here is also readily available all year round. Most of the time they don't have a lot of seasonal food, so because of the way they preserve and, you know, they access their food and fruits, you can get almost any food and fruits year round. Okay, and I like that. Okay, that's one thing I really like about this place. Like, it's really nice, the easy access to things. When you want to buy food, clothes, brands, like anything that you want to buy, the only thing that is the problem is, do you have your money? Okay, is your money available? Like, if you have money, you can get almost anything you want in this country. Like, just have your money, just have your cash, that's all they need from you. And unlike Nigeria, that, you know, even with your money, you could have a lot of money and still you'll be struggling to get certain things. Not that, you know, you can't get things in Nigeria, but and like, you know what I'm saying, if you have the money for something, sometimes you might still struggle or stress to get it. So I like that here, once you have your money, once you are ready to buy anything, you can easily access it with the right amount of money. You can walk into any shop, you can order it online, and it will be delivered to you. Like, it is so easy to get anything here, and I like that easy access. Okay, not that I'm a shopaholic, but yeah, like, anything you want to buy here is so easy to get, and you wouldn't struggle to buy anything. So that is one thing I like. Anything you want or you need to make your life easy, you can get it in this country. So now that brings me to activities. There are a lot of activities here. Just last weekend we had like a Nigerian hangout here, and we went to a game center, sort of like an arcade center, and there were so many activities to do, so many games, fun places to go to, especially in this part of the country. So for me and for my husband especially, we really had fun at that Nigerian hangout that we went to. But here, there are so many activities that you can participate in here, be it like fun games, music, art, anything you're interested in, you can find an activity that you can join in. And the only question is, do you have the time? Do you have enough time to join? Because almost every weekend you are not even struggling to find an activity to do. Like, once you have the money, you each the money, like, you can find things to do. Like, there's always a park, there's like a game center, especially in the summer. Okay, because right now it is summer and it's very hot, but you know, the weather is warm and people are outside. There's beach days. I live near a beach, and almost every day you can see people going to the beach, going to like outings, having fun, going to arcade centers. The Nigerian hangout was so fun, and we had like so many fun, met so many Nigerians here. And you know, there's no way you will say that, you know, you're living here and you're not seeing activities to do. There are so many activities, and that's one thing I really like about here. Like, with enough money, there are activities, family friendly activities. If you need to go out with your kids to have fun, or you're looking for a way to take your family for outing, there's enough places here. Like the family friendly arcade center that we went to for the Nigerian hangout, kids, families were there playing. Like, you see children on the road, like just like entering parks from from school or from hanging out. They just like go to parks, families and friends. Like, it's so easy to find activities here. Not to say that, you know, you don't find activities like in Nigeria, but I really like the ease of finding activities. There are so many activities. Every weekend you can even find one or two things to engage yourself in, especially if you are somebody that likes going out and you are really like a social person. This place is for you. You would find so many activities, so many good things to do with your family. Like, if you are, I mean, sometimes I don't understand why people say that it's not easy to have a social life here. I mean, on one hand, I get what they're saying, but if you have family, if you have friends here, oh my God, it's going to be a fantastic place for you, because, you know, there are so many activities to do with your friends, your family, your kids. Especially if you're somebody that has kids, like, oh my God, there are so many things to do. And that is one thing I really like, even though I understand why people say that, you know, it's hard to socialize here. And I think in a way, it's because of this, difficulty in socializing, that there are so many activities to do, so that you can interact and meet other people. Like, if you are somebody that finds it hard to go out, at least all these activities you might go for one or two and meet some other people that you might know. Because for us, we met so many new Nigerians at the hangouts, even though we are not really the social type and all that. We had to we went for the activity and we were able to meet so many other new Nigerians that we didn't even know before. So, you know, it's good to go out, especially if you are somebody that you are trying to have a social life. I would encourage you to just join more activities, go out more, try and meet new people. All these things is just to interact, and eventually you might find yourself making more friends. So another thing I really like here is that, you know, in your houses you hardly even see all these flies, bugs like spiders and all those things, rats, like rodents. You hardly even see cockroaches. I've not seen since I came here, which is like 4.5 months now. I've not even come in contact with any of those, especially like, you know, when you're cooking and you open your windows and you normally flies like zoom into your house. I've not even experienced that here. Maybe it's because of the weather, or maybe it's because of the weather, or I've not stayed long enough, or maybe they are still coming, but for now I've not even seen that, and I really like it, you know, because I'm not a fan of houseflies. Oh my god, they annoy me so much. And the 1 or 2 houseflies I've seen was like outside, or one day I went out and I saw like a fly or something, but it's not so much. You know how you are cooking in Nigeria, you open your house window or you open your door, oh my god, houseflies will like zoom into your kitchen for your okporoko, your dry fish and all those things. But here I've not even seen a lot of that, and I really like that. I'm a fan, because me, I don't really like housefly, I don't like cockroach or any of those things, and I'm yet to see a lot of them here. So that's one thing I would say I really like. So that brings me to the things I do not like about Canada. So for me, the first thing I would say would be the cost of living. Okay, so I really did a video on this like just 2 weeks ago or so about the cost of living. I went in depth. So when I say cost of living, like in my video, if you've not seen that video, I'll link it here for you to go and watch. But just to touch briefly on this cost of living thing, when I say cost of living, I'm not talking about converting the cost of living here to naira. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about how much you earn versus how much you spend in a month. That's the cost of living I'm talking about. Okay, and that is actually very high. It's a lot. Okay, if you're making a certain amount of money, like 80% of the time you're spending more than half on that on food and accommodation. So the logic that somehow makes it easier to understand, you know, with the whole cost of living and everything, is that you don't need to save a lot of money to live here. I'm not saying that you should save. Please, I save, my husband saves, but I'm talking about like how you need to save money in Nigeria to be able to survive. You don't need to do that here. But that does not mean that you should not save. Please save money for emergencies and all those things. I'm not saying that you should not save. Please hear me well. But it kind of makes sense, because here the kind of payment plans they have and the way they live their life is a bit different. So when you talk about saving now, you don't need to save the way you need to save. Like in Nigeria, you need to save 1 year rent to pay. You don't need to save like that. But things here are paid monthly. Like your salary is paid like every 2 weeks, every other 2 weeks your salary is paid. So your rent is like every month. How much do you even make that you can gather your 12 months rent and pay once? So most people, they pay monthly and then their salary is paid every 2 weeks. What I'm trying to say essentially is that because of how their payment is here and bills are paid here, you don't need to save as much to survive. But hear me well, please, you need to save. Like, saving is good, so save money, and of course try and have some savings. But I'm just trying to make it, you know, make you understand that it's a bit different here and in Nigeria, because in Nigeria you need to have like 1 year rent to pay rent. You need to have bulk money to do anything you want to do. But here, you know, you have credit cards. Is the way you can arrange yourself and you'll be making all your ends meet even without having savings. But it is good to have savings, please. Anyway, so the next point I'm going to make is the healthcare. For healthcare wait times, that is one thing I actually do not like, and I pray I don't have any situation that will lead me to need to be in such a situation that I need to wait for a very long time to see a doctor. But you know, it's actually a real phenomenon. Like, if you are sick here, or you need to use medical facilities, or you need to see a doctor, you might need to wait for 4 or 5 hours before you're able to see a medical personnel, or even up to 8 hours. Like, it is so much that it had become a meme. I remember back in Nigeria, I used to watch, there was one meme channel I used to watch, and I saw one meme about going to hospital here and you have to wait 7 hours because it looks like your case is not very serious. But yeah, that's one thing that people are talking about here. If you are sick or you need medical attention, you might have to wait for a while before you are attended to. I mean, if it's an emergency, of course, I'm sure they will attend to you. But if it's not, maybe you just have a stomach ache or something like that, I'm just saying, you might have to wait a while before somebody attends to you. So, you know, most of the time, if you go to hospital, you're expecting that the doctor is attending to you immediately. But sometimes it is not the case here. And that's actually concerning, because sometimes something might not be looking like a serious issue at first, but what if it is? So that's just one thing that concerns me about the healthcare here. But apart from that, the healthcare is absolutely good. Like, of course, it's better than let me not finish that sentence, but yeah, I'm just trying to say that you should make sure that you're healthy here, take care of your health, because if you are in any health crisis and you need to go to hospital, to avoid being in a situation where you're really not feeling well and you have to wait for a while. So anyway, I don't know how I'll finish this discussion without talking about the weather, but say the weather seems to be something that I need to talk about because there is extreme weather here. So for me, I came here in the springtime, so it was a bit chilly but not so chilly. But right now it is summer and it is extremely hot. Well, when you say extremely hot, people are like, is it hotter than Nigeria? Yes, it is hotter than Nigeria. This heat I'm talking about, you've not experienced it in Nigeria. It never gets this hot in Nigeria. In my entire how many years there, it was never this hot. The heat in the summertime is quite different. It's on a different level altogether. Okay, now when it comes to winter, that's also a different ball game altogether. It is very, very cold. Now the weather is on two extremes, and I'm not sure I'm a fan. Okay, I'm just somebody that likes chill, cool weather all year round. Yeah, but that is one thing that you need to consider. The weather here is actually something else, like the heat, the cold. So if you're somebody that doesn't like extreme heat or you don't like extreme cold, maybe this place is not for you. But you just have to manage it, especially if you like the environment and you like the place. Then you just have to find a way to cope with the different weather scenarios. Okay, but for me right now, the weather is hot. Like outside is burning, scorching hot. Like the summer is very, very hot. And if you are living here, this is not a place to not use sunscreen. You can just manage Nigeria and you don't use sunscreen. Here you need to use sunscreen. I bought sunscreen for my body just a few days ago because I could no longer take it. I don't want to have sunburn or risk having skin cancer because the sun here is actually very, very serious. Okay, so if you are going out, I would recommend that get yourself a good sunscreen, get yourself body sunscreen for your face and your body as well, if possible, because the sun here is not smiling. It is not smiling, and before a while your skin color will be looking like something else. So if possible, this is not a place to live without sunscreen. Try and get yourself sunscreen because you need it here because of the sun. And in the winter, of course, you need your winter apparel and everything. But yeah, as long as you can manage the weather, you're good to go. So on that note, finally, the last thing I would say I don't like is kind of linked to being new in a country, is being unfamiliar with everything. Probably because I grew up in Nigeria, I was familiar with almost everything. Like anywhere I want to go, I already know how to get there, or I just ask questions or ask people or find my way there. Here, before I go anywhere, I have to research, I have to find out the directions to that place. I mean, it's easy to do that, but I just don't like how unfamiliar I feel. I'm always asking questions. What is this? What is that? We went to the arcade games the other day, and there were so many new things I was seeing. I was like, oh, what's this? What's that? I don't really like being the new person in everything, and I know this will probably change the more I stay here. I'm just talking about how I feel right now, and right now I don't like being unfamiliar. Like so many things, so many foods, so many new foods. Like everywhere, new restaurants, I'm like, oh, what's this? What's that? I mean, I'm sure it will all pass in time, but right now, that feeling of being a nobody, like a stranger in a new place, like just that kind of thing, that I do not really like that currently. But I'm not saying that it's always a good thing to ask questions and find out about your environment, but you just want to be careful so that you don't make a mistake, because of course this is not your country and you need to be careful about what you do. So that's just one thing about the whole moving to a new country that I don't really like. I feel kind of unfamiliar with everything. Okay, anywhere I want to go, anything I want to do, I have to ask a lot of questions in order to avoid making a mistake. And not that it's a bad thing necessarily, but I just don't like feeling that way currently. And of course, I know that some of these things are going to pass. Some of these things with time I will change my opinion, of course, but I'm just here to tell you my current opinion now. And if there's anything I miss, I'm sure there are so many things I like that I didn't see in this video, because of course we don't want to be here all day. But yeah, if there's something I missed, if there's something you really like about Canada, or you are living here currently and you like something or you dislike something, continue the conversation in the comment section. I'm here for you guys, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video, because of course, why not? Thank you guys for watching. Bye.